Recording in progress. Cool.
I see
Cool,
it.
cool, cool. All right. Well, welcome to our first ever episode of Close Distant Relatives.
Hello.
I am Connor. This is my sister Megan,
Hmm.
and we are going to talk about a bunch of stuff regarding our family and our relationship and age gap in our lives and current events and random stuff like that. But
Hmm.
Um, wanted to start it off real light today with some goofy stories, but kind of going over like who we are and our family dynamic, I guess. So I can go
Hmm.
first if you want, Megan.
Sure. Take it away.
Cool. Rock on. All right. Well, I'm Connor. I'm 28 years old. I am married and have two children. I live in Austin, Texas. I moved in from Michigan to Austin in 2022, and I've been here ever since. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what consumes my life, and I'm a big fan of Noah Khan right now, and that's pretty much my entire life right now. So
Awesome. Well, I'm Megan and I'm Connor's sister, obviously. Um, I'm not gonna say my age, but um, I live in Michigan. I did not move. I am also married. I have three kids, and I have a job.
same for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, same for now. Yeah. So obviously Megan and I are pretty close, but like the name implies, we aren't close in proximity, but we're close. We
Or in
talk pretty,
age.
or in age, sorry, or in age. But we talk pretty much every day. But that's kind of the common theme with our family is like we have large age gaps in between uh,
Hmm.
each of
Every
us for the
single one
most
of
part.
us.
Yeah. There's four altogether. I'm the youngest. So the the other two are not as close to us in age or um, relationship either.
Hmm.
One more than the other. But yeah, it's that's kind of our sibling dynamic, and then
Hmm.
our parents are. I'd say I'm pretty close to our dad. Mom, not as much, but still, talk to mom quite a bit. But I mean, I worked with dad for years and was with him every day. He coached baseball. He was at everything I did, and same with mom. But I just, spent a lot of time with dad, so really close with him. Um, and yeah, that's kind of our family. But we have a goofy relationship. Megan and I, didn't we didn't start off super close. I mean, I know you found me quite annoying when I
Oh,
was
I hated
a kid.
you. For the first 2 years, he was awful. So I was not wanting another sibling because I thought I would be the last. Or if I got another one, it would be a sister because I am the only girl. It's all boys besides me, and I feel like that's the way our parents wanted it. Um, I mean, all boys, no girls. Um, so as the name implies, like Connor was saying, we are close in just our relationship. We talk every day. Our families get along. Um, but there is a large age gap between all of us, but the other two are not close to us or to each other. Although I am close in proximity to one and Connor is in close proximity to the other one. So it's kind of funny. And yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it goes. I would say like, I mean, when would you say our relationship really kind of
Mm,
started to actually become
once you
like,
stopped throwing up constantly and stopped screaming constantly. So for the first 2 years of his life, he had a severe milk allergy that nobody knew about. So he threw up constantly and he screamed constantly because he had awful colic. So he just, I don't know how our parents survived that without getting divorced because they didn't sleep and he just screamed constantly. And then they had three other kids, obviously. Um, but after that, I would say, once you stopped doing that. I mean, you still threw up quite a bit, but you didn't scream anymore.
Yeah, I threw up. I
So
mean,
maybe.
I even remember throwing up quite a bit as a
Hmm.
kid. I just thought it was pretty normal. So, but I would say like as I got later into high school, that's when we actually started becoming like friends instead of just
Hmm.
close because we were siblings. Um, yeah, I think like, and then early college. I mean, I lived with you
Hmm.
a couple different times,
I know
you and
I'm
your.
in Connor's old bedroom at my
That's
house.
right. Yeah,
It's an
yeah.
office now.
It flooded one time, and then I just kind of had
Mhm.
to figure it out from there.
Well, we had other
But
rooms, but now we have more
yeah,
kids,
yeah,
so.
yeah. But yeah, as I got older, I feel like that's when our relationship actually started to become like friends because the thing that I've said to multiple people in my life is Megan is the only sibling of mine that treats me as a friend and a sibling and not as a little brother because I am the
Hmm.
youngest by quite a bit to the other two, and even to you, but you're the only one that's treated me as a like sibling and as a friend instead of being like, oh, you're the younger brother, so like I know what's best for you and like I know what you should do and like talk to me in that regard. So you're the only one that hasn't done that, and I feel like that's something even just in myself where I was like, it was a different relationship for me on my own on my own end. But yeah,
Same
um,
for me, because the other two don't treat me, they treat me like the younger sibling, even though like I have more degrees than some of them, have a better job than some of them, same amount of kids or more kids. Doesn't matter. I'm still just the younger sister who doesn't know anything. Um, yeah, I feel like I was gonna say something else, but I lost it.
yeah, I feel like that's one of the things that Megan and I
Oh,
kind
I
of relate
remember.
on.
Sorry, I remember.
Mhm.
We also look the most alike.
Yeah, true.
We have
Yeah,
the same hair. We have our dad's hair. I have gray eyes, you have blue eyes, but
yeah.
we're you tan better than me, but typically we're like the same complexion. The other two, like I feel like they don't look like us at all. I mean, one who knows, but the
One
other
of
one
them
we
we
know
don't.
for sure.
Yeah, one of them we don't really know. Yeah, one of them we don't
But
really
that's
know.
trauma for another day.
Yeah, yeah. Um, your hair is curly. Yeah, Dad. It's always
Yeah,
your hair is
it's
curly too. That's
always
why I
been
got it.
always been that
Yeah,
way.
uh, yeah. Funny. That's interesting. All right. So one of the things we're going to start off with is your drink or snack of the week. What is your drink or snack of the week?
Yes, so I was actually going to text you, and I'm like, nope, I'm going to save it for the podcast. So I know you are not a fan of crumble cookies, but we don't get it often either. I can't even remember the last time we got it. But my son convinced my husband today that he needed to go to Crumble Cookies, so they went because he has a huge sweet tooth, and they have new mini cookies, and they like
Hmm.
actually tasted good. Because I don't know if I remember one that I was like, oh, this is so good. Anyway, the one I had was churro.
Ooh,
Amazing. Oh my God. I wish
ooh.
there was more. There's only one.
Churro is such a good flavor.
Hmm.
Costco has churro sundae, and every I know it's gonna destroy my stomach, but every time I'm like, I want to try it so bad, just because churro is
Hmm.
such a good flavor.
Hmm.
That sounds good though. That's a good one. Do you have a drink for the week or the month or?
Um, I've gotten into spearmint tea recently.
Nice, nice.
Um, I don't know if it's my favorite tea I've ever had, but I like it right now. It's very, refreshing. What about you?
Yeah, so been on a real big tea kick lately. Just like winding down for the night, drinking some tea. Not don't really drink like alcohol much anymore. Um, obviously, ever having a newborn child, it like I mean, you have a whole different responsibilities, as you well know. So I don't really, my wife and I don't really drink alcohol. She doesn't really like it anymore. We drink a couple times, but really been big on tea, just kind of like relaxing myself into the night.
Hmm.
Um, and I've been drinking green tea. We had like a mango, I think it was a mango green tea out of a pack that her mom got for her, and it was phenomenal. I loved it. So put a little simple syrup in there,
Does
and
green tea have caffeine in it?
I mean, it has a little bit, yeah.
Should probably go for an herbal tea
Probably,
if
but
you're
I'm
if
liking
you're
this one
winding
right
down.
now. I'm liking this.
That does sound good though. I do
I'm
like
like your
green tea.
husband. I'm like your husband, so like the caffeine doesn't affect me at night. So
Yeah.
so I say. Maybe it does. I don't know.
Yeah, my husband will drink a cold brew 20 minutes
That,
before going to bed.
see, that's crazy to me. But maybe I'll get to that point at some point. I don't know.
I swear, when you have kids, like, I have not had trouble sleeping. I don't think since I had kids because you're just
Hmm.
tired. So when you're
Yeah.
ready for bed, you just go to bed.
I mean, I will say the only time I have trouble going to sleep is when like she wakes up in the middle of the night and I go get her or like feed
Mm,
her or like calm her down and then going back to sleep just because
yeah.
like I've been up for like 45 minutes to an hour and then I have to wind back down and it just that's a little difficult for me. But yeah, I mean, as you well know, I used to have to take things to sleep every single night and I have
Hmm.
not had to do that
Hmm.
since she was born. So that definitely is true. Um
Yeah, those middle of the night wake ups are rough. We're hopefully, I think, over that. We have children kind of close in age, but my child is a little bit older, and so I think she's hopefully over that. It's been a while since I've had to do that.
yeah. I mean, mom usually does that because I'm with her like all day.
Hmm.
But she's on new meds right now, so it's taken an adjustment to like schedule. So having to switch that a little bit. I was trying to think of a snack. I guess I don't really have a snack that I've been into. This Zoom thing came up, running out of time. Stay connected with what matters.
I don't even see a time on mine.
I have to upgrade to Pro. What?
So I don't know how good you are with like editing, but we can just end it and restart the same link.
Oh, okay. That works.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So does it say how much time? Because I don't see it.
Yeah, it says 9 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. All right.
Cool. Interesting. Didn't know that. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so snack, I mean, we have like dried mango. I love like frozen mango, but I haven't really been eating many snacks lately. I mean, I have a bunch of like the brownies and cookies and stuff from my birthday, but there hasn't been like one snack that I've been like super big into lately. Just the tea, I think. That's pretty much
Dried
it.
mango sounds like the worst snack ever.
I mean, it's not
I know
like,
you love mango. I like frozen mango, but dried mango is like
yeah,
disgusting.
it's not my favorite. I will say that, but it's fine. Oh no, I lied. I do have a snack. Bell peppers
Okay.
and hummus. I've been snacking on that all week.
Connor,
Bell
these are
peppers and
not
hummus.
snacks.
That's a snack to me.
Okay.
That's a snack to me. Does it have to? Okay, we have
I came
fig
up with the
bars.
churro cookie from Crumble. That was probably 500 calories, even though it was this big.
We
Hummus
have
and
we have
peppers,
we have
dried
fig
mango.
bars. We have
You
fig
have
bars.
what,
I don't know. Fig bars.
Connor?
That's like our snacks.
All
I
right, I'm
don't
gonna
know
come
what to
back
tell you.
next week. Yes, ice water and
It's
fresh fruit.
it sounds so almond mom of me.
It
It
really
really
does.
does.
It really does. And we do not have an almond mom.
No, we don't.
Mm-mm.
And I
Nope,
like we're
not an
not.
ingredients house. And no, no.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
You better say
brownies
fruit snacks next week or
brownies
something.
is
Okay.
is the I guess is what I would go with. That's what I would go with is
I'm just
brownies.
teasing. I know. I lived with you. I know how you eat, but just
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, some people call it disordered eating, but
Mm,
that's
mm-hmm.
some people say that.
Some
Even
people.
my
Yeah.
my therapist, but whatever. So that's for
Mm-hmm.
a different day. But all right, so got a couple stories that we have that we'll get into. Some of them I'll lead, some of them Megan will lead.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have one that you want to start with? I have the doc up, but do you have one that you want to start with?
Mm. No, you can go ahead.
Okay, I'll
I'm
start.
blanking from last night.
All right. Well, I'll start with this. This was right after Megan had moved to college, so it was only me at the house. And how my our parents' house is set up, it's in the country, and there's not like it's not in the city. There's no other kids around that I'd like be playing with or anything like that. Literally just my parents' house, and there's some neighbors sporadically, but that's it. And like I had gotten home from school or something. I was waiting for dad to come home. I think it was obviously summertime, and I think the deal was he was gonna like play baseball with me or something like that. I was like, all right, let's go. And we had a pool, an above ground pool
Hmm.
at our parents' house. And the like my chore was that I had to skim and clean the pool because it would get leaves on it because there's a tree right next to it and there's like June bugs and stuff like that. And so I was like, all right, whatever. I don't want to do this. And I was trying to like fight mom on it. I was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. She was like, that's your one chore. That's literally what you have to do. And I was like, fine,
Hmm.
whatever. And so I go outside and I'm like skimming the pool, going as fast as possible. Probably did it in like 2 minutes. And in my kid brain, I was probably like, what, middle school, like sixth grade or something like that.
Yeah, I think sixth or seventh. Yeah.
And the way that the pool and the house and the tree are set up is like the house is right here, pool is right behind it, and the tree is right next to it. And so I get done skimming the pool and I am ready to play baseball, ready to get it done. And I'm like, I don't want to walk all the way back up to put the pool skimmer on the deck or by the house. Let me just throw it. And I
Hmm.
throw it towards the tree,
Makes sense.
not realizing that it's windy
Hmm.
outside, and just threw it and watched it like spiral and go to the house, and I was like, oh shit. And we had a screen door on the sliding glass door at our parents' house, and it tore the entire screen door. And I instantly hid behind the pool because Megan had always been there before too. So I hid,
And that's
and
definitely something that I would have done. So
yeah, yeah,
it's logical.
and I hid, and I was like, I can blame it on Megan too. And then I was like, Megan's in college. I'm the only one here. My mom was like, Connor, and I waited for like 2 seconds, and I was like, no one lives here anymore. Like it's literally just me. And I was like, fuck. I had to face mom and dad and explain to them why I threw the pool skimmer, which there's no logical answer for me
Hmm.
to throw the pool skimmer. It was like 15 feet away for me to walk it.
Hmm.
But yeah, that one, they weren't too happy about it. And that was like one of my first, like, oh shit, she doesn't live here anymore. This is kind of, if something happens, it's literally just me. I can't blame it on
Yeah.
anybody else. So
Yeah.
that one was real fun for me.
Hmm. Okay. Well, that reminds me. So speaking of the pool, so our parents love to take long road trips. I think they used to. I mean, now they fly everywhere, but they used to really
They're
like,
they're real bougie now that they don't have kids in the
now
house.
now we go to Europe all the time. Um, but we used to like to, or no, not us. They used to like to take long road trips that like take days and days and days to get to the location and then days and days and days to get back because we had to take a different route and stop at all these places. Like
Very
my
very
worst nightmare.
grandparent-esque.
My worst nightmare. I would never do that these days. I hate like a 2 hour road trip. Like I'm over it. But they wanted to go to South Dakota and I don't know why, because all of our previous trips had been to like the lake or like the ocean, like good trips. I didn't know where South Dakota was. I think I was in middle school, maybe. I don't know, fifth, sixth grade. I don't know.
Yeah, sounds right.
Um, and so our two older brothers didn't have to go. They did live at home, but they didn't have to go. So I was already irritated. So it was just me and Connor. And we took, I don't know, 3, 4 days to get to South Dakota, which it shouldn't have taken that long.
Mind you, I'm
Um,
I'm a hyper child because I'm like
mhm.
4 or 5
Well, we
and
also
want to
had to
like
stop all the time to let you out of the car.
like a
Like,
fucking
like
dog.
go to a park, go to, a rest stop with a park, go to Cracker Barrel 3 times in a week. Like, yeah, so many stops. So we get to South Dakota and I'm like, this is the place that we're going. What the hell? No, because it was just fields and fields and fields of what, rock? Like
Yeah.
it was so ugly. No offense to anybody in South Dakota, but I felt at the time it was so ugly. I'm sure I would love to go now. Um, and then we had to camp, and I've never liked camping, like in a tent, not in an RV, not in a cabin, in a tent. It's so hot. It's like the middle of summer, and we were supposed to spend like a week and a half there. But there were forest fires.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna stop you right there. Recorded. I never recorded that.
Okay.
Nice. Anyways,
Okay.
the you can kind of like grand scheme
Yeah,
of
yeah.
things for the
So,
South Dakota trip.
so anyway, what happened was, there were the forest fires. We were at a campground. It was super hot, not fun. We took more road trips, went to Wyoming, just not fun. But I complained the entire time, and I complained so much that we ended up coming home early. But we still took forever to get home. We still, took many side trips and took, we didn't drive through the night or anything like that. So. We got back a couple days early, and our brothers were not prepared for that. And they let the pool get moldy and green. It was disgusting. And so our parents were super mad. One, that our vacation was ending early. The pool was green, and then our brothers were super mad because we were home early and they didn't want us to be home. So everybody was just mad at me. And it's just a super fun time.
That was a great time for everybody.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
yeah, my Peter Rabbit tape. That's what I
Yes,
was saying. My Peter
and
Rabbit tape.
rip to the Peter Rabbit tape.
It was the only thing keeping me going at the age of 4 or 5, and
Hmm.
I had nothing else to listen to, and so it was
Hmm.
just hard.
Back to
Um,
screaming. Yep.
yeah, back to screaming. What else could I do? So yeah,
Yep.
but all right. So we have like two other stories.
Hmm.
One is so I had said that I lived with Megan and her husband 3 separate times actually. One right out of not right out of high school, but I went to a semester to a small Christian college, which was crazy, weird time period of my life. To play baseball, got injured right away and decided to come back home. And I stayed with Megan and her husband for just a couple months, I think it was at that time. It was like from like January to like May, because then I moved
Yeah,
in
I
with
can't remember.
my friend. Um, Maybe I had already lived with you guys once. I don't know. I don't know. I know. No, no, no. That was the first time, and then I came back after living with some of my friends. But so when Megan and her husband were expecting their first child, I was not living with them at the time. I moved in when she was like 4 months old, 5 months old, something around
Hmm.
there.
Hmm.
Maybe even younger than that. But I wasn't living with them at the time. But I was, still really close to Megan, and I went to school like 4 minutes away. I went to college about 4 minutes away from where they lived, which is super convenient. But I would come over all the time, and we'd get coffee or do whatever, drink wine and
Hmm.
watch movies. And so when it was time for my niece to be born. I had gone to the hospital with them, and I was just hanging out in the room. And Megan's best friend was there, husband, just chilling, really.
Hmm.
And I don't
First
it
pregnancy, so, and she was early. It was an induction, so it's supposed to
yeah,
last a really, really long time.
yeah. And like our parents aren't there because it's like everyone's like it's gonna be a long time. So like
Yeah,
our
they're like,
parents aren't
nothing's
there.
gonna be happening tonight.
Yeah. No, neither set of grandparents are there. Other aunts and uncles aren't there. Literally, it's just me and then her best friend. And uh I'm just like chilling in the room, and her best friend's like, "Man, I don't feel great." Um Something with her stomach, and I was like, "Okay, like I can run downstairs and grab a ginger ale for you." She was like, "That'd be awesome." And Megan can fill in the next part of the story, but I go downstairs. There's maybe 2.5 minutes from me leaving the room Um, because the lady was like, "All right, I'm gonna check you. Does anyone want to leave?" And they all looked at me, and I was like, "Yeah, I would like to leave the room for this, please." And from like that moment to when I got off the elevator, two floors down or three floors down, and your husband was like, "You're not coming back anytime soon." I was like, "Okay, what the fuck? Like, it's happening right now, I guess." And so I had to go sit in the waiting room for Uh, I mean, I don't know how long it took. Maybe,
It wasn't long. I mean, they have to set up and everything, maybe 30 minutes.
yeah. So I go downstairs and like get the ginger ale, and then I'm like, well, now I just have ginger ale sitting next to me, and like, is my sister okay? Is baby okay? Is everything okay? And then I see my brother-in-law with my niece, like they're going to the NICU, and I was like, oh shit! Like, obviously, no one's gonna stop me. Like, hey, Connor, this is what's going on, because like. That's
Brief
not,
you before
yeah,
they take her up.
yeah, that's not important at the time. But
Hmm.
so I am a very anxious person. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh shit, like what's happening? And the nurse comes out, and mind you, still, I'm the only family member in the waiting room at the time. Maybe your
I
husband's,
think
I think that side was on almost there, or they were in the waiting room too. I can't remember if they were
I
there
don't think
yet.
they came that night.
No?
I don't
Okay.
think so.
Yeah, I think I was still the only one there for like
Well,
family.
there was
Well,
somebody. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That
But
I think they were coming later. I think that's what you're thinking.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And the nurse comes out to me or someone comes out to me and they're like, "Hey, do you want to go back and see your sister?" And I was like, Sh like sure. This has been like 30 minutes and it's like 4 minutes past when my niece got rushed to the NICU. So I'm like, is my sister okay? Like I am fully expecting to walk in. She's super sweaty, like cords coming out of her arms, stuff like that, like people in the room.
Yeah.
And so I'm like nervous. And mind you, our mom has worked in labor and delivery for most of our life, and our sister-in-law as well. So I just have this preconceived notion of what I'm going to see. And it's obviously a little bit different because, my sister's my best friend, and so I'm like worried about her. And I that she opens the door for me. The nurse opens the door for me, and I walk in, and Megan is sitting crisscross applesauce, eating a Jimmy John's sandwich, and she just looks at me and she goes, "Sup?" And I was like, "What the fuck is
Hmm.
happening right now?" I was like, "You just had a child. You're not sweating. Nothing's happening." It was one of the wildest moments I've ever experienced in my entire life, and it cracks me up every time just to see you sitting crisscross applesauce and stop.
Yeah. 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 So, the labor and delivery were great for me. The birth, she didn't want to breathe, so that's why she had to go up to the NICU. But I had it's my first birth. I had the epidural. I also wasn't prepared. Like I thought I was gonna be there all night. Um, and yeah, like Connor said, we have family members who have done labor and delivery for years. So I wasn't super, I mean, I wasn't like phased by anything. We had other family members that had gone to the NICU. So it wasn't, I think I was just thrown off in the moment because I was, had the drugs and the adrenaline from the birth, so I was like everything's gonna be fine. Obviously I was worried later on, but just in the moment I was like, I'm hungry. I've been laboring for a day and a half. I want to eat. So, and I knew that Jimmy John's sub was waiting for me, so I was so happy. But yeah, birth or delivery happens very fast for me. So that one was 10 minutes, even though it was my first time and it was an induction. And then the second time, we didn't even try to get anybody, or second and third time, we didn't even try to get anybody like there on time because it wasn't
Yeah.
gonna happen. So, yeah,
Yeah, that's so wild. I
yeah,
remember I had to call mom and dad too because they were like planning on coming, and then they were like, Okay, well, went to like they were already in bed. They were like, I guess we'll just come tomorrow morning. Like they didn't, no one expected her to be there that that night. So it's just a wild like time period. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that was such a such a funny moment.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. All right, and then the other the other story is I mean, I guess this is like multiple stories in one, but uh Megan was afraid of tornadoes growing
Yeah.
up.
Yes.
Um and like she had said, we would take a trip to Florida. I mean, our parents like driving no matter what. Like
Mm-hmm.
we were not
Mm-hmm.
flying, we were going to drive. And so what she would do is if we were in the car and first, let me back up. I was terrified of being in the car while it was storming or while it was dark outside.
Mm-hmm.
And so if there was a storm coming, she would sit behind me in the van that we had and she'd be like, Connor, it looks like it might storm. Looks like there might be tornadoes. And our mom would get so mad.
Well, I
Uh,
would do it like this. I'd be like, Connor, it looks really, really dark out, but I think it'll be fine. But it could be a tornado. I don't know, but no, it's probably fine. And it was just because I was scared, so like I don't know, I just wanted him to be scared with me. I don't know, but there was one time that we were driving to Florida. We were going through Alabama, and it was just like going to be a whole day of bad storms in Alabama. And so it was like we'd drive for a little bit, it gets super dark. There would be, thunderstorm warning, tornado warning, then it would be clear again for a little bit, and then, just over and over and over again. And so like we would stop like at a Waffle House or a Cracker Barrel or whatever, let the storm pass, and we'd keep driving. So it was just constantly all day. And I had Connor in tears. I had him hiding under a blanket just because I kept being like, oh, like, yeah, there wasn't a tornado last time, but I mean, it could happen this time. I don't know. I think we'll be okay though. Feel bad about that, but
insane.
it is
Insane.
what it
Yeah.
is.
I remember distinctly remember like coming home from like eating dinner and she would be like, Connor, it looks like it might storm, but it probably won't. And then after like three or four times, our mom would be like, Megan, stop. Like stop it. Because I would freak out every single time because I hated being in the car when it was dark out or it was storming. I just didn't like it. I was scared. I didn't know what was gonna happen. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I will say though, I have karma now because my two oldest, like my oldest will pretend that she's not scared when she is. And then the middle, he will be like, is it gonna thunderstorm? What, there's a tornado? And he'll like get like all shaky and stuff, and he'll just like keep asking over and over again. And his new thing is he wants to check the weather every night for our state and our surrounding states, like just in case. I don't know, because it
Yikes.
doesn't matter what it is, but he just wants to check. Got to check the radar.
Yikes. Yikes, Megan. That's so like me. It's
I know.
bad.
I
It's
know.
bad. Yeah. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, I guess we
Mhm.
didn't really talk about this, but that's I mean, there's so many things for obviously no one really knows us, but
Mhm.
outside of us, but like having anxiety and then having the diagnosis of OCD like explains so many things I did even as a child and like checking the weather and like me with the weather being like, is there potential for a storm? Is there potential for this or that? And just like always having to like think like, okay, if that happens, like, what do I do? What will happen?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that's
I
funny.
mean,
It's not funny, but it's funny.
one of our dad's favorite things to do is watch the Weather Channel. So
It's
I feel
true.
like it's just in the
It's true.
DNA, just come
It's
home on a
genetic.
random Thursday at 3 o'clock and he's watching the Weather Channel.
That is
And
true. I
it'll be
forgot about
like
that.
weather like in Sarasota or something, like not anywhere close to
Yeah,
us. He's just like
yeah.
watching.
It'll be like, oh, did you see in Mississippi? It's gonna be they got some storms rolling through Mississippi.
Like, nope, Dad, didn't see that. Good
No,
to know
yeah,
though.
wasn't Biloxi wasn't really on my radar, but
Not today.
Yeah.
Maybe next month,
Well,
but not right now.
yeah. I guess Spartansburg has a storm rolling through. That's good for them.
Good to know. Got to be prepared.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. Speaking of our dad, this one doesn't affect or not affect. This one doesn't involve Megan, but um,
Doesn't apply to me.
yeah. Uh, our dad owns his own business and has for, I mean, my entire life.
Our whole
Yeah,
lives, yeah.
entire life. But he employed all of us except for Megan.
Wasn't
It's an H,
interested.
yeah, it's an HVAC company, heating and air. And I worked for him, I think the longest out of all of uh the boys, just because it was,
Maybe.
yeah, I mean I started in seventh-ish grade. Really started working for him like freshman year of high
I
school.
don't know. It might be our older brother because he
Yeah,
came
I
home
mean it
on the
could be
weekends.
true. It could be.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
know. You probably both, it was about the same amount of time.
yeah. Regardless, I mean we all worked for him. And that was always something that we could like rely on. Obviously, I'm super lucky and blessed to be able to have worked with him if I ever needed a job. But there was so at one point in my life, I worked in college athletics and I had an internship or graduate assistantship that fell through, and I had to move back home from West Virginia. And so I moved back in with Megan, her husband, for the third time. And I worked with our dad, excuse me, and he he employed me for, I mean, obviously I was applying to like other places and interviewing and stuff, but he employed me for like all of college. And then during that time period, I would work with him, and there would be some times where he didn't need me, so I'd work like 2 or 3 days a week. And we finished a project, have no idea that this is coming, but we're working on a project that's like 3 days long. And at the end of the third day, he's like, "Yeah, man, great work. We got that done quicker than we thought we would. Blah blah blah." And I was like, "Yeah, of course." And he, writes me the check and pays me. He goes, "All right, well, yeah, I'm not gonna need you anymore. I promised like so and so I'm gonna hire him for the summer, so you're gonna have to find something else." And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" Like just out of nowhere, basically fires me. And the ironic part is it was right before Father's Day too, which was just made it
He wanted
even
to make sure you
funnier.
had that Father's Day money to buy him a present.
100%, yeah, take
So
him
we hired
golfing
you
or
for that
something.
last project and
Yeah,
then
yeah. And
cut
I just was
ties.
like, okay, sounds good, I guess. Like, you did. I did come home. Like, I worked for him for like 2 months because I had come home in April from West Virginia. But it was just funny because like now I'm the only one who got quote unquote fired from or by our dad, which obviously didn't really fire me, but kind of in a sense he did.
Yeah, I feel like the funnier part about it too is that like our dad is so like Midwest dad, just like the nicest, most like chipper,
Just so
social
chill.
guy. And I know like, he was rougher on you guys when you were working with him, but he is just like super nice. So I can't
Yeah,
imagine being fired by him because it would
it
probably
was.
take you a couple minutes to figure out it was happening.
It did. It legit did. I was like sitting there and he was like, yeah, I hired so and so. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, for sure. And then I like grabbed the check and then I was like, wait, that means that means I'm not working with you at all. And he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna need you at all. And like he just was so calm about it because he's a
hmm
super calm guy. And I was like, well, that sucks for me. Okay. I guess
hmm
I'll find something else. But yeah, it did take me for a second because I was like, uh, what does that mean? What do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know he was different around our older brothers. I mean, he was
hmm
never like, there was like moments, but he was never like
hmm
I didn't really see, he never really like yelled at me or anything like that. He wasn't like that around me. I did see him yell a couple times during work, but not at me.
Yeah.
But he did some funny things in the moment.
Yeah. He's one of the funniest people, I feel like. I know, just like unironically. Like
Oh yeah,
we just love him so much. He's just so goofy and so funny.
he really is. He's just so does and says stuff that like isn't on purpose,
Hmm.
but it becomes hilarious
Hmm.
because he said it. And he had an argument with me one time about he says Chicago is Chicago.
Oh my God.
That's like his big
Yes.
thing.
He has a couple of
And
things like that, but that's the biggest one, I feel like.
yeah, yeah, very much so. And he was arguing with me and he was like, "No, it's Chicago." And I was like, "That it's really not. It like it's not spelled that way. There's no R in it at all. There's no HR or AR in it. It's Chicago." And he was like, "Look it up in the dictionary." And I was like, "First of all, the wrong place to look it up. It would not be in a dictionary. It's not where it would be. But second, still, here on the iPad, it is Chicago. Like it's not Chicago." And he, he just does not care. He
Hmm.
will not change in his way.
He'll double down and he'll be like, no, it used to be called that. That's like the like classic way of saying it. And we're like, no, it's not. You can literally
No.
Google it.
Yeah.
But he just, yep, that's his story and he's sticking to it.
Hey, more power to him, I
You know,
guess.
it makes him him, you know. So
It really does. It really does. Yeah. Did you have any other stories you wanted to talk about on our first episode?
mm, I think the other ones that we have are kind of longer, so why don't we save those? I feel like
We
this
can
was a
do
good
that.
start.
Can do that. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you as always,
Of
and
course.
I will I will talk to you later this week. We'll probably do this, I assume, once a week. I don't think it'll be more than that.
Yeah. Well,
So,
do you want to also talk about like that it's not gonna be stories every time?
oh yeah, true. Yeah, you can
Maybe
say
like
that
talk
if you
about what
want.
the podcast is gonna be,
Go ahead.
we think. Okay, so we this will kind of be like our sibling hangout, sibling therapy. So stories from the past, hot topics, you know, in the world, not anything too serious. Shows that are happening, things like that, just life stuff.
Yeah. And then we'll also dive into like some stuff with like our relationship. Like I know that obviously I moved from Michigan to Texas and that took a toll on our relationship and like talking about that and then other things that have happened in our lives and just whatever that looks like for the week, but we'll always have some type of agenda to speak about. Obviously Megan and I are pretty aligned on things when it comes to like political takes and like what's happening in the world. So I watch a podcast called The Necessary Conversation, and they are like quote unquote the lib sibs, which I think is funny, but like that's kind of how they are. So that's kind of how I foresee like that going for us. But yeah, it won't be stories every time. It'll be different things. I mean, we both talk about music a lot. We do tend to listen to the same music we listened to in high
Hmm.
school,
Hmm.
which like I give Megan a lot of credit to like the half of what I listen to musically.
Hmm.
Granted, should I have been listening to some of it? Probably not, but
No.
no one was telling me I couldn't listen to it, so
I mean,
I
our older
did.
brothers played
Yeah,
bad music for me too, you know, so
yeah.
it wasn't just me. But yeah, and then
Mm-mm.
also, you know, shows like we might watch a show that not to like recap, but to like talk about or like a movie or something like that. Because I also like a lot of not I wouldn't say like reality TV podcasts, but I listen to like that type of show also. So just to kind of
Yeah.
bring the interest that we have together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know if you'll be able to get me to watch Mormon Wives, but
I didn't say
we'll.
anything about that.
I know. I'm just saying. I don't know.
You gotta watch that
Uh,
documentary though. Have you watched that?
the one on Netflix?
Yeah.
No, it's on my watch list though.
The
I do
cult
want to
one?
watch it. Yeah, I do want to watch it, so I might watch it this weekend. See
We're
if
not done. We have like 20 minutes left because we fell asleep when we were finishing it, but
fair,
it's really
fair.
good.
Yeah, I need to watch that. I do think that that would be a good watch. I am interested in that because I love documentaries and especially like cult ones.
Hmm. And that's
Yeah,
another way that we bonded over the years. We both love good doc or a docu-series or like a thriller type movie,
yeah,
psychological thriller.
yeah.
So,
Definitely. Yeah, psychological thriller. I mean, there was a time period where like every Friday I would come over and we would watch something and like drink wine every
hmm.
Friday or Saturday, and it was usually a document. I mean, even during COVID, but I would just walk
COVID,
upstairs
that
and
was like, well, Tiger King. That's you lived with
Tiger King.
us.
Yeah.
That I feel like that was another big thing too, is that you lived with us during COVID. So we
Yeah.
went through COVID together and Tiger King came out. There was like another big one too, I feel like.
The the Michael Jordan Bulls documentary.
I didn't watch that. I think you watched that with my
Okay.
husband.
Fair enough, I guess. Yeah. No, there was that definitely. I mean, COVID was another huge thing because like we obviously were close when I was like senior in high school, but not as close. And then I started living with you guys and like, we would have dinner every night and like see each other
Mhm.
every night. But then COVID happened and we're with each other nonstop. And pretty much every like big life event that's happened to me, like you've been there. Like obviously, I went through a breakup with a not great person at the time during that time period, and like graduating college during COVID as well, and just like a bunch of stuff that happened during that time period. So yeah, that's definitely brought us closer as well.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, cool, awesome. Well, thank you for joining us on the first episode.
Yes, thank you.
We
Let
will
us know what
be,
you think and any suggestions you have for us. We're
yeah,
open.
and we'll get the Zoom the Zoom figured. I'll get the Zoom figured out. And
My God, I hope so. Well, we'll be on my computer next time. We just had to
okay,
switch because we didn't have the right cord for the microphone.
gotcha. Yeah, I might just have to upgrade to Zoom Pro, and so we don't have to deal with like the time constraints, or so I don't have to edit.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
want to do that, but
Hmm.
regardless, but awesome, cool. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.